For many years, the Queensland Police Service was probably one of the most homophobic organisations in the state, if not Australia. Individual police were responsible for assaulting people simply because they were assumed to be gay or lesbian, humiliating and vilifying them, ignoring their problems and causing them to lose their jobs, their accommodation and sometimes their marriage and families. In 1991, a group of people from the lesbian, gay, bisexual and transgender communities in Brisbane approached the QPS, and as a result a liaison committee was established. An early achievement was the adoption of a policy in relation to the treatment of transgender people in custody. Other discussions raised a number of issues which affected LGBT people. In 1994, QPS agreed that there should be input to the training courses at the Police Academy in Oxley, and for many years gay, lesbian and transgender people gave 1 hour of input to every training course. They could be exciting times. Although all cadets had tertiary qualifications, not all had met any LGBT people, let alone had positive attitudes to them. Some of the cadets objected to the sessions taking place, and some showed plainly homophobic attitudes. But those of us who went were under no illusions. We were not there to convert all of the cadets to warm, fuzzy friends. We were mainly there to give them the opportunity to talk to real LGBT people and also to make it clear that the QPS regarded these as serious issues. We had one senior officer in the QPS who was very sympathetic and did a huge amount of work to get our concerns heard. The main argument we used, apart from the general one of human rights and equal treatment, was that a large amount of serious crime was not being reported to the police because LGBT people simply refused to go near them. In 1997, we managed to have a meeting with the then Minister for Police, National Party member Russell Cooper. To our surprise, he agreed that we should train a number of police as liaison officers to the LGBT communities. When the request for volunteers went out, we had responses from a number of officers, and the first course trained 16 of them over a week. We had a selection process for the prospective trainees, none of whom identified openly as LGBT. Most of them were concerned from a human rights point of view, wanting to help because they were aware of the treatment that LGBT people had received in the past. The initial project was a great success and was eventually extended statewide. This is not to say that the process was very smooth. We had to not only deal with overt opposition from some senior police, but also opposition from within the LGBT communities. The appearance of a QPS display at the 1999 Pride Fair caused considerable surprise for some people, although the opportunity to have your photo taken on a police motorbike was very popular. Eventually, the Police Academy themselves took over the educational aspects, and the liaison committee faded away around 2003. Since then, there have been some issues which have needed discussion with QPS, but it seems that the liaison officers have been able to handle them. The QPS is not the most LGBT-friendly organisation, but it is now safe to go near them and ask for their help.